Day 4 out on the Pinhoti Trail. It was cold last night. Very uncomfortable. I'm probably going to need an underquilt. Yeah, this little piece of foam under my butt is not keeping me warm at all. I've been sitting here shivering. I slept in late. I think that's because I was tossing and turning all night because I was freezing my butt off. Quite literally, my butt was freezing off. So, yeah, it's like 5 a.m. Talladega is still 18 miles away. I don't think I'm doing 18 with a late start. I'm not getting out of here till like 6 or so. It takes me a little while. So maybe that'll be a tomorrow thing. But I'm gonna have to stop there. I'm gonna need food. Not right now by any means, but within the next few days. And it's the only food source I see in the next few days. So Talladega, here we come. In the meantime, let's get warm. Is the first thing. I got all my puffies on. I'm sitting there shivering, putting my clothes on, trying to, get a little heat going. Hammocks don't keep you as warm as a tent does, Pros and cons. Pros and cons. Hammocks are better for sleeping, but tents are better for living, it seems. Just is my opinion right now. I don't know. Maybe get into a better hammock. Maybe get a different tent. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. We always do, don't we? Alright, and we're off. Such a change from the past few days. I got 2 of my puffies on, my hoodie, my compression shirt, my hiking shirt, underpants, pants, gloves on, and I'm still cold. Maybe I get down to the parking lot, it'll be a little warmer. I didn't even make coffee because it got windy up here last night. It changed directions and my wind block didn't do its job anymore. Who knew? So I was like, I'm not trying to make coffee in this. Maybe when I get down the mountain hill. Maybe when I get down the hill. That's only 1.5 miles to the parking lot. I bet it'd be nicer down there. Oh, just being on the other side of this hill from the wind, it makes it so much better. It's still cold, but it doesn't just bite. Hopefully the parking lot is this nice. Bull's Gap, the Appalachian Highlands. Oh, it's a birding trail. That little step almost kicked my ass. Am I going up in here or anything? I don't see any blazes. Guess I should refer to the map, huh? I was hoping to find some water around here because I don't think I'm going to make coffee unless I find water. Not a whole lot of water on the map for the next few miles. Okay, I got a blaze on that sign. So I'm keeping my eye out for a stash or something. Okay, executive decision. There is a bit of flow here right on the side of the road. Right from the rainstorm the other night. But it doesn't look like there's water according to the map for the next 13 miles or so. So fuck it, I might as well take the pack off here, make some coffee or whatnot, and load up with water. So that I'm not stressed out about water for the rest of the day. See if there's any better flows going on. That's quite a flow right there. I will drink out of the road. Yeah, I don't mind. Hey, my blaze is up there. Too bad there's no benches in this parking lot. Not a single one, man. No benches, whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to find a rock to post up on. Everything's still kind of wet and cold, And I remember Chuck saying that he was going to put water somewhere. And I'm guessing this is the here. There's a shit ton of water. Thanks, Chuck. Even better. Yep, that is. It's got its calling card right there. Oh, right next to this wet ass seat. All right, where do I sit though? Everything is wet and flat. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that thing attacked me. Okay, I was like, whoa, it just attacked me. All right, so I'm going to grab one of these, fill my crap up, and make some coffee. Sun is just starting to come up. It hasn't actually, breached yet, but it's definitely on its way. Got myself a cup of mud going, a little cup of oats. Figure I might as well just consume everything I can, because I got a Walmart in my near future. As I have my little safety meeting, I sit here and I contemplate, how did those holes get in the hammock? It's important to know how you got the holes so you can avoid doing it again. And the best I have is the first night I slept with my pants on and they have a zipper on the back pocket, and maybe I slid off of my mat and onto the hammock because it's around where the butt is and it's on the right hand side-ish. That's the best I got. I don't know if they're gonna, do they just continue to split like nylons? Do they just run? I don't know how this works. Do I do something? Should I melt it? Just take a quick lighter to the edge? I don't think that sounds like a good idea. No. I don't know, the tape doesn't seem to be doing anything, and I don't want to just and just rip through in the middle of the night. It'll, be on a cold, rainy night. It will be. So, now do I need to buy a new one? Now do I go back with a hammock? Buy another hammock and maybe get an underquilt this time, or get a tent. It's not like I'm rich right now, but it's the beginning of the trail, and I need to have something that'll make it the whole way. And obviously, this one's not going to. I already have a hole in it, right where my butt is. But that's my bad. That's my bad. I must. That's the only thing I can think of is I somehow slid off the pat. But I don't remember sleeping at all that night. I do remember that I went to bed in my pants. But I don't remember, if I woke up and the mat was on top of me or anything like that. No recollection. I was tired, man. Tired. And so, yeah, just I gotta work on that problem, too. At least I have service here and there, so probably everywhere up on top of these hills. So I'll play around, see what my options are, man. Maybe got something cool in Talladega. I have noticed that I'm deliberately going slow at everything. I'm still here. The sun is up. You can see it on my face. Oh, thank you, sun. And I was like, why am I taking my time? I got places to be, man. And I'm like, because I know me and I got to slow myself down. If I get too close to Talladega, I'll push myself to make it in because there's food there and such. And then I got to stay the night and all those stresses and expenses. It'd just be better if I took my time now so that I can't get anywhere near there. And that way I don't break myself because I'm a little sore. I am a little sore. I sleep on the edge of town. I go in, maybe grab a breakfast. Yeah, we all know I love those. Hit the Walmart and be back on a trail same day. Save money, time, effort, stress, wear and tear on the body. Okay. In lieu of that, we shall have a second safety meeting. Oh, it's a little worse than I thought. No reliable sources for 14 miles. Well, thank you very much for the water. Let's see, 2 trails. Which way do I go? I see a blue blaze. Okay, 14 miles without water. That's a long way. I'm not carrying enough. A little over 2 liters. It'll be enough. It's freaking cold too. You don't drink much when it's cold. Sure, you still need water, but you just don't drink it because it's cold. Well, I did say no reliable sources, and like we all saw, it did just rain a lot. Not last night, but the night before. What is that? It doesn't look natural. It looks like it was carved out of the earth. It's supposed to be a fire break. Doesn't seem wide enough to be one. Are those the same smokestacks I saw from Flag Mountain the other day? I don't know. Maybe there's huge smokestacks everywhere. I just happened to be walking. I looked to my left and I was like, "Hi, I see you." Wondering if those lights I saw last night were Talladega. I'm assuming so. There's a pretty big city out there. Oh, yeah, I can see it from here. Well, whatever it is. I'll assume it is. That's the biggest thing in the next, 20 miles that I know of. Now that the sun is up, it is way nicer out here. Still a little on the cold side, but not freezing. It does make me worry a little bit about the storms that are coming up, though. Last ones were pleasantly warm. It was tropical. As I was doing my stretches this morning, because I do stretch, I noticed I was reasonably less sore than I am yesterday. And as I've put on a few miles today, I do feel stronger. I stayed in decent shape over the winter, but I already feel like I'm in the stage where I could probably push myself a little further. My muscles feel a little thicker and stuff. I'm growing. I'm not hurting myself. But I'm still going to take it easy. I do not want to make it to Talladega tonight. Unless something happens. I'm not ruling it out completely. You know how I roll. Hey, humans. Well, his dog sucked. As I was walking by, of course, he starts barking at me, and he's like, hey, no, and the dog's still like, rah, rah, rah. He's like, dude, smack your dog in the snout and tell him no. With some balls, put a little bass in your voice. Nobody likes to be barked at by your dumb dog as they walk by. Are you in control? No, not really. Generally, with most of us, our pets are in control. Especially if you're a cat owner. See that city way out there? It ends. I'm assuming that's Talladega, right? Yeah, right. I know you recognize it. This is much more reminiscent of autumn opposed to spring. This is more what I was expecting when I came out here, though. I was expecting it to be much wetter. The one forecast I decided to look at just gave me bad news. And so I prepared for it. Figuring why not be prepared for the worst. At least mentally. I don't have everything I need, I never do. You want to be so prepared and not carry a house on your back. I got enough garbage. Well, I am definitely taking my time. It's 9:30 already, and I've only gone 4.5 miles. Slacker. And I'm looking for a place to chill. Looking for a good rock or something. I gotta do a wardrobe change. It's finally warm. And I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants. Which means I gotta get totally naked too, so. I mean, I guess I kind of hope nobody walks by on the trail, but I am not shy. I more feel bad for them. Weird naked guy on the trail. You don't want to come around the corner and see that. So what do you think the first wildlife we'll see is? We haven't seen anything yet, have we? I saw rats in New Orleans. I thought that kind of counted. But they're really quick. I couldn't get a single one on camera. But as far as out here, it's been insects and birds. But I don't think any wildlife. Turkey on the road, a goat on the road. An obvious choice would be we'll see a deer. That's going to be the first thing we see. But maybe not. Truth be told, what I want to have an encounter with is one of them cryptids, some sort of mystical being, or something supernatural. Mothman or Jersey Devil, any of them, any of them. I'm leaving myself open to that this time. These hills are old. They could have some shit going down in them. But that's the encounter I want. I mean, what I wanted at the time? No, I'll be all screaming and crying. Maybe it's not coming out. Lord knows. Lord knows I panic. But maybe not. Maybe it'll be friendly. We'll be cool. Jersey Devil will go drink some beers. Who knows? Found a nice log to sit on. Perfect height. I gotta take off one of my pairs of pants. It's a bit too much at this point. It's about 10:30. Finally taking a break. I was like, man, it's gotten kind of nice. That breeze is a little chilly, but it's sporadic. And again, I'm not in a hurry. I'll be there tomorrow. Or there. Doesn't really show up on camera, does it? I have to assume that's the town. So I think it makes sense. I have no idea how far I've gone today. I haven't actually checked in a while. Everything's been blazed really well. I've been lost in a daze, just wandering, enjoying myself. Let my mind wander where it will. Every once in a while I got my intrusive thoughts that pop in, but those are just things I need to deal with. We all have issues, something to handle. I gotta get my sleeping arrangements straight. Won't be comfortable until I do that. Don't at the risk of falling through my hammock every night. I keep my stuff under me, man. I don't want to fall into my stuff. Have my stove cut me up. So yeah, now I gotta make sure what's underneath me is safe to fall into until I get this rectified, just in case I right through that hammock in the middle of the night. Cut that line as far as the eye can see. Let's go straight to Talladega, I'm pretty sure. Just follow it. It's all downhill. There's a lot of toilet paper around here. Jerks. And you know it rained, so there's fresh turds around here as well, because that toilet paper ain't wet. Careful where you step. Ooh. Oh, hey, there's beer cans down there. Who's shocked at that? Okay, I don't want to be on the edge. It's windy as hell there. I'm going to go check up there in those crevices, see if that's a good spot to have some lunch. See where this would be a great place on certain days, but on a kind of cold, windy day, Ah, there's a place right there. I'm still on trail. Oh, okay, it does weave between these rocks. Which one of those mountains do you think Flag Mountain is? I got no idea. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nobody saw that. Okay, I think I'm gonna sit in here. I got little rock walls all around me. Seems to not be too terribly windy in here. Probably even better if I sit down. That's funny. Under this blaze, I was walking by. I happened to just notice that there's graffiti on the underside. Like they laid on their backs and wrote their names. First and last. Live free or die, it says. Nolan Fulton. Wouldn't lay on my back under there. I mean, hell, there's a tampon applicator right there. Oh, bright blue. Lord knows what goes on underneath this thing. Little bench and everything. I've been all day, but yeah, not with this wind. I end up putting my hoodie back on because it's pretty chilly. This thing is pristine. Were I a snail, I would want to move in here. Maybe one will find it. Or that's not really how snails work, huh? They grow their own. Never mind. Maybe a hermit crab will find it. It's a long walk, but it is possible if he has enough heart. If I were so inclined, I could jump off the trail right now. There's the road right there. And it leads to a lookout tower right over here. Basically, the road stays on one side of the hills and the trail stays on the other side, but they look like they pretty much do the same thing. They mirror each other. So there should be a lookout tower in that direction somewhere. If I go there and I see something cool, I want to go to it, but I don't necessarily want to jump on the road and follow it around the mountain that way. I'm already on this over here. It's almost cobblestoned. The rocks aren't really annoying here because they're all laying on their sides. It's the ones that are laying on their edges. Pennsylvania, I'm talking to you. That'll really get you. I've seen a couple lizards running in the leaves, real quick in and out, but I haven't seen chipmunks or squirrels or any of the. I don't think so. I just saw a lizard on this thing. Jumped around to the backside with him. Or maybe I'm seeing shit. I do see shit every once in a while. Little shadow things zipping across, but I'm fairly certain. I see a blue blaze way down there. We're taking a hard right. I see a couple blue blazes way down there. The trail goes this way. Oh, must be some switchbacks going on. Because I'm seeing them way out there in the woods. I can kind of see where people have made their own little trails over to them. I'm not in a hurry today. I'll take them. Sometimes I just gotta cross them because ones like this are bullshit. They don't really need to exist. it's not so steep that you just can't walk down it in a straight line. And this isn't something so gorgeous you're like, you know what, let's walk back and forth in front of this just a few more times. Ah, there's the lookout tower in Hunts. Okay, that is pretty high up there, man. I do kind of want to see that, but the road leads all the way around there and then back up that way. I wonder if there's a trail coming the backside. Because while I want to see it, it is way up there, and I'm not way up there. You know, it's a lot of work to get way up there. Now, if the trail happens to lead, I can ride by it, and I can just skippity-doo up to the top. Hey, that's one thing. But if I'm way down here and I gotta hump my ass up to the top of it, it's less likely to happen. Especially not knowing if it's unlocked or anything. Oh, the fury of humping my ass up there to find out that it's locked. Well, I wouldn't be fury, but I'd be pretty pissed off about it. There would be words spoken. A fist shake or so. Let's see where the trail leads. Man, I did just take a break like a mile ago. But, I mean, look at this spot. It really... I need somebody to sit in it and have a little safety meeting. Assuming those are little wasp nests. There might just be a spider in there somewhere that's got an egg on it. Oh no, they're all open at the end. Yeah, I might as well park it here for just a minute, just to appreciate the place. Somebody made a cute little fireplace, but I find it weird to have it out there when you have this wall behind me. With all these crevices you can make a nice fire in. Get the heat reflected back at you. Man, they're afraid it'd make this thing collapse. Sometimes heating rock does make it a bit brittle. I guess since it is above you, that's a little scary. Okay, maybe I would rethink that. No, out here's just fine. It's just fine. With modern technology, sitting here in this little cave, taking a little safety meeting, I quit my job because I've technically been at work for a while and I technically have one more day ahead of me. So my last day will be on the 15th. I'm not sure what day today is, but it is definitely not the 15th. Well, I started on the 7th, so today's like the 10th or 11th, something like that. But that's the great thing about that job, man. I can do so much from my phone from it. I had time I could use, so I was like, man, I'm using my vacation time, all that stuff, or not vacation time, but paid time off, because that's my time. So I'm using all that stuff before I actually quit. So while I was sitting here, I was like, oh yeah, I might as well get that baggage off, because I've thought about it a few times while I was walking. I'm like, I don't have to think about that anymore. What else am I thinking about? Intrusive thoughts, man. Watch out, I'm coming for you. And thanks, Amazon, for, you were funding most of this. And they gave me this nifty hoodie that I'm wearing. They do little giveaways of their swag. Most of it is garbage, but this hoodie, when I got it, I was like, oh man, that's really lightweight. It's got an actual hood on it. But I was like, man, it's not cotton. And I was like, I will take that on the trail with me. It keeps me decently warm. I did not expect to be wearing Amazon swag out in the woods, but I'm rocking it. The trail went up and through some rocks. The rocks were really close to the road, so there's some Jeeps posted up on it, right up on the trail too. I wasn't sure because I couldn't see any blazes, but like the fact that I couldn't see blazes told me they were probably right on the trail. And it would have been a good yogi opportunity. They were sitting there drinking beer, but there's just too many of them. There's like 8 people. I was like, ugh, that's just too many for me, man. So I just kept it walking. Said some pleasant trees as I walked past, but I was like, nah, thanks, man. I'm not in the mood for a small group of people. I actually never am. Not 8 of them, anyway. Maybe 8 people I knew real well, but that's a huge number for me regardless. Well, it's only 2:30, and I'm 6 miles from the road that I'd hitch into town. I can easily make it there today. But there is a lake in about 3 miles that I think I'm going to stop at. It says there's lots of camping available there. I'll give it a look-see. I don't necessarily want to go into town tonight. There is a hostel there, and if it was cheap, that would be kind of a nice thing. You know, charge some batteries, do some YouTube stuff. But I don't really need that yet, you know. And I haven't checked how many towns there are along the way, but if this is, and it seems similar to the AT, there are towns everywhere. So when I run low on my battery is most likely what will take me into town. Then I'll go in. I wouldn't mind going in. Oh, and to avoid storms. I have no problem going to a town to avoid a storm. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop at the lake tonight and see how that works for me. And just sit here on this log for a while too. I'm in no hurry. Don't want to get to town tonight. I'll spend money. It's too easy. Okay, so we're making history right now. This is the first time ever that I've listened to music on the trail. Ever. I mean, I've heard it around other people and stuff, but I've never owned music before. Now I own a shit ton of it. I got like 10,000 songs on this tiny little device. I don't even know who I'm listening to right now. It might be Judas Priest, guessing by sound, but I got no clue. I went through and erased a bunch off of there just as I was listening to it and throughout my day at Amazon. If a song came on that was just horrible, not just something I don't like, just horrible things. Teenage Wasteland, the intro to that makes me angry. I can't stand to hear it. You know, certain things like that. Some of the Michael Jackson songs that are on here are the full-length feature video thing where, you know, I can hear the zombies dancing in the background and shit, a Thriller, and it's like a 25-minute song. No, I don't need any of that in my life. So things like that, because I don't even know what I bought. I bought things that were like sounds of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I'm like, yeah, sure, that sounds good to me. You know, 3,000 songs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So I bought 4 of them, but I figured a lot of the songs have to overlap. I don't know, my thing can't count higher than 5,000, so. See, now I got Queen going on, singing the Flash song. Yeah, good shit. In the woods. I've got music going on. Queen is performing for me. Oh, and this is the long theatric one. I can hear the movie playing in the background. Not even a good song by any means. But, you know, I didn't bother erasing it because I don't hate it. All right, let's rock out with our cock out for another 3 miles, find a place to camp near a lake. Splash! Ah! Yeah. What a horrible song. A nice campsite you can drive to. I'm guessing that's my lake. If that counts as a lake. It will do, though. It will turn into coffee quite well. I might even just make a pot of cocoa tonight because I have extra powder weighing me down. Oh, spring is trying. Getting there. That's it. It's a start. That's not just a lake, man. There's flow. I can see a waterfall right there. In Hunts. I'm assuming I end up over that way. Be a waste of a waterfall if I didn't. Okay, yeah, we got a little stream going on here. There's a campsite over there. I'm gonna go check that out. Maybe I'll call this home for the night. The other place that I was looking at is only 0.2 up the way, so if not, I'm posting up somewhere around here. There it is. Not much for a hammocker, but I'll take a look around. Well, it doesn't look like this is a good spot for me. All the trees are just too damn skinny. Nothing around here could support me. Anything that could has tiny trees in between them, so I'm gonna check out the other spot. Oh no, a river crossing. Such a mighty one at that. Ah. Oh, I can hammock here. Those trees could support me. They're far enough apart. But then I start my day with wet feet. And I'm obviously taking my shoes off, but water is way colder in the morning. Yep, I'm going to carry on for that reason alone. You're doing this all in the morning. I mean, it wouldn't be horrible. It'd be horrible. It just wouldn't be hell. I'd live. I'd just whine for a while. Ah, cold water in the morning. Especially if it's as cold as it was this morning, which I assume it will be. Well, hell, wish I wouldn't have known about this. I wouldn't have taken a break back there. I'm not even going to bother putting on flip-flops. I think I'm just going to go barefoot. It's actually way warmer than I thought it'd be. When it's chilly, I wouldn't want to get my balls in it or anything, but standing and it's not painful by any means. I'm actually standing here just soaking my feet a little bit. Figure they can use that. It's not a bad waterfall at all, man. It's pretty beautiful. Do I cross again? Let's see, they tell me to go to the right. Oh, yep, I see one across. Ha ha ha! I didn't put my shoes on just in case. This is a little deeper. Definitely moving a bit faster right here. We got this. Oh, this was way warmer than the other one. Guessing that's the lake water up there. Had a chance to warm up in there. Let's find a place to camp, man. Wonder what this was. And you can tell across the way those rocks are stacked by man. Is this somebody's home or something at one point? End of a day, I just got done eating. Same thing as always, the north side. Half a thing of ramen and nothing else. Oh, a bag of chicken, yeah. I hung my hammock way low. Oh, if you can tell. Let's see how low it is to the ground there? Yeah. Just to try to keep the wind out a little more. Last night was pretty damn cold. I wasn't wearing all of my cold gear. Like I wasn't wearing this bad boy. This thing's insulated. What step made me a bunch of? Maybe that one. Maybe my gaiters too. Oh, a new water bottle holder. Cool shit like that. I love handmade stuff. Wasn't wearing my socks either, so I got those bad boys on. I don't know why I wasn't wearing my socks. Yeah, these are the same socks I wore on the AT. Oh, these beautiful bad boys. Oh yeah, I know you're jealous. Susie made them for me. Thank you, Susie. Things made with love, They get you a little further. They are made better though. They really are. This mass-produced shit just falls apart instantly. It's made to break. Try not to go to sleep just yet, because if I do, I'll wake up earlier. And I don't even want to wake up early at all. I only have 3 miles till the road, and then I hitch in, and you can't get a hitch when you look like this and the sun's not up. So I've got a dally tomorrow. I gotta be there. I doubt anybody's gonna want to pick me up all early either, but maybe. Maybe they'll be like, this guy needs breakfast. Well, something that runs along the ridge right here that I can hang stuff off of. It seems like unutilized space. There's always that gap there. I can have my sunglasses up there. All sorts of things that could be attached here. I'm just gonna stick some shit up there with tape, some hooks or something. Not necessarily hooks, but maybe just run a string along there. Huh? Anyway, I'm just spitballing here because I got free time. Oh, I hope it's not as cold as last night. That sucked. It was really uncomfortable. Winter be done.